Welcome back guys, and today we are here with a new deck and a new video, both at the same time because I'm that generous. And yeah, today we're going to be playing Black White Knight, and it's a pretty straightforward deck, but it did get some upgrades from the M19 expansion, most notably being the Valiant Knight, which is very much just pretty much a better Quende. If you are familiar with that card, I guess I can bring it up. Coen. Yeah, so this is Quende, as you can see. It just kind of gives you Knight's double strike if they have first strike, but I mean obviously Valiant Knight is just the much better card in general. Another Lord for your Knight deck is obviously always going to make visiting Knights something interesting to try again. Apart from that, it's pretty straightforward. You run pretty much all the good Knights, which includes the Dauntless Bodyguard, Knight of Grace, Knight of Malice, Benelish Marshal, and then History of Benalia, and then you just kind of fill the deck with removal and then a couple Lords. And then of course you have a couple of RLs as well because they're pretty good. I am missing one History of Benalia. I didn't have the mythic rare wild cards for it, but 4 History of Benalia should be the first 4 cards in this deck, pretty much. Apart from that, it's a little bit of spice here and there. I am running a Sigiled Sword of a Valeron because I think this card's pretty interesting. If you can put this on your hexproof knights, i.e. your Knight of Malice for example, against the right deck, this can just take over the game. You'll have a huge... Like, you can't really beat a 4 or even a 5-2 first strike in combat. And if they can't point their removal at it, then they don't really get much. Can't really achieve much from that. And then every turn you're generating knights, and then things just tend to go out of hand. It is very slow, I'll be the first to admit, but you know, you've got to test out new cards to see whether they're good or not. And the jury is still out for me. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, it's basically Lords and Knights. Let's go. Let's bounce into some games here. But yeah, believe it or not, this is actually my first time booting up the game since the new patch, so if they've moved any of the buttons around or anything, please forgive me. Because I'm going in blind here as well. But I do like this deck because it's an aggro deck, but there's like some thought to it as well, unlike say some other decks, because you've got the hex creatures, so you can try and bait your worst creatures, etc., etc. But well, this hand is basically a mulligan to 5. So, might as well mulligan down to 6, shall I? Well, this is a mulligan to 4 now, unfortunately. I'm very tempted to keep, but I think I'm going to go down to 5. Okay, this is better. This is actually a 5-card hand. A bit bottom that. I was most likely just cycling that anyway, so I might as well just send it at the bottom of the deck. Looks like we are playing versus Pirates. Can't say I've done that often, but... I mean, we have an okay curve here. We have the History of Benalia into Benelish Marshal. Hopefully that can buy us some time, although our opponent doesn't seem to be Pirates, it seems to be mono black aggro. I think we should be fine here, and that's a decent draw. Heart of Kieran means we might even just be able to race here, depending on how good his removal is. Although he has went 1, 2, 3, so might be better to just sit on defense here. Doomfall, oh no. That's sad. He went for the Lord. I definitely would have went for the History there if I'm my opponent. Because like I can trade pretty comfortably here, so... That's Knight of Malice, but play the History. And then pass the turn back. He's going to get to draw a card here, unfortunately, but there's nothing we can do about it. So ideally we draw our Knight of Grace, because that's obviously hexproof versus his deck, and can block pretty comfortably with the other Knight. Should be able to hold back the fort. But our opponent is still curving out here as a murder. I mean, the thing is he's not actually doing that much damage. He's hitting us for like 3 a turn, so it's not dire straits yet. I think I'm just going to Valiant Knight. The question is, do I crew up and attack? Is the real question. I don't think I do. I think I just pass here. Because if I attack, I can get in for 4 damage. But then he can just attack with his Glaive back. And this way he can't attack. Unless he has a removal spell. And then next turn, like just say we'll get our Knight buff. And then we can, if we draw a line, we can double strike. And then that makes things awkward for him. So I'm just going to pass the turn back here. Because we would attack for 20 next turn if he didn't have a removal spell. But yeah, this is interesting game. Like I said, he's definitely been on the up, but even going 1-2-3, he hasn't actually been putting that much pressure on. Like, if this was versus mono red, our life total would be, yeah. Sorry, Knight, you have to go here. Should have crewed up in response, but yeah, that was a mistake. That's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. Just make sure this is just knights. Yeah, that's just knights again. Plus, that's a good draw. Now I'm going to start turning the corner here. Attack my opponent for 11, and then now they need to start thinking about chump blocking, which he does. He's going to get to draw a card here, but I mean, he's already burned through a lot of his removal, double Doomfall and the murder here, so he can't be running that much more in a mono black deck. Well, that's tapping his lands very fast. I'm a bit worried here. Eldest Reborn, okay. Well, this is tough. I think I'm going to sacrifice my Valiant Knight. Even though the Double Strike could potentially be nice, but this allows our Hearthook here to be bigger, and still allows us to keep the pressure up here. Now is not the time for use Sword, but we get to crunch our opponent for 80. We're going to lose our Sword anyway here at end of turn, so not much we can do about that. I mean, because of the Eldest Reborn. But in theory, our opponent is dead in the air to this Hearthook here, and if they can't remove either it or the Benelish Marshal. Gifted Earth one doesn't do anything. Nor does the second one, so we win here. Close game, really close game. I'd say we would probably lose this game if we were one turn behind here. Maybe that turned out to be the ultimate next level play when I didn't crew my Heart of Kieran, because that allowed him to draw a card which put him on 5 life, which means he's dead here. So you know, I'm just looking into the future, you know. Lesser players would have fell for that there. But a true professional like me, dare I say, comfortably won this game by misplaying. Not rusty at all, I swear. Not rusty at all. I'm polished like a sword here. Hey, we don't have enough for a pack. And believe it or not, I am not buying M19 packs at the minute. I'm buying Dominaria packs because M19 is boring and there's like 4 cards I care about. So maybe it's a mythic rare wild card, so we can add the 4th one right now. No, but it's a Togar. I think we've already got one of them. I think we've already got 4 of them as well, so that's a juicy 1% vol progress right there. So close to getting the white-blue deck as well. If we can deal 3 damage somehow in these next couple of games, anything's possible. But yeah, I also have another deck which I'm probably uploading with next. So in about, you know, 3 to 4 years from now, you'll be seeing my dragon deck. Yeah, I am not as active on the old YouTubes as I used to be, as I'm sure the more astute among you may have noticed. But you know, I do have fun. I just don't play the game as much as I used to play duels, so it means ultimately I have less time to record and stuff. Pretty standard knight hand here. We have the double knight and a Heart of Kieran, so we can get aggressive here if it so comes to that. Ooh, I didn't realize Concealed Courtyard had a sound effect. I bet I very rarely play with the sound on, so honestly, I'm just gonna kill that thing. I mean, I could play a knight, but I honestly just want to kill this thing. Stop him drawing extra cards. I'm gonna get punished if he plays like, I don't know, some sort of 6-6 or 3-4 or something like that, but drawing extra cards. I can't stop him, and he will draw an extra card here if I don't kill it. I guess I could have went knight, allowed him to attack, and then killed it, but I don't know. He's going to be playing black, so we'll get our white knight on the field first. Make sure to tap this right. Just so we know we're representing Fatal Plush here. But this is why I like the knight deck, because it kind of just completely blanks Scrap Heap Scrounger. It just can't attack, so it just becomes a 3-2, can't block, can't attack. Ends up just being a waste of a card. So it does have your advantages versus these aggressive decks. And he can't target with removal, so he needs Doomfall. Or a pump spell, I guess, but... I mean, I will absolutely block if he attacked there. And then when you start giving your stuff Vigilance, with like, say, a Radiant Destiny or Sigiled Sword of Valerian, they can't attack, and they can't even block either, so it just kind of stops becoming a game at that point. Opponent is in the tank. He's probably thinking whether it's worth Doomfalling it, or... Yeah, he decides to Doomfall it. That's fine, we got a spare. I don't know why he didn't do that first main. That's probably what he was thinking about there. He's probably wondering, okay, I should have done that first main, should I even cast it at all now? But it was the right play. Just gonna go double knight here. Now he's in trouble. Because I can go like 4, 5, 6. We're still quite a way off Ascend, so we're not going to be achieving that anytime soon. But eventually we'll be able to stop powering our loads here. There's a push. Okay. Wow, we are getting lucky here. We keep drawing all our knights. I'm not going to complain though. Just going to throw all my knights out because I have this Radiant Destiny, so I will attack. So 4, 5, 6, 7. If we draw a land, we'll have 9 permanents. Actually, if we draw a land, we can get... Well, we could have got Ascend. Now we can't, of course. Because we could have went Radiant Destiny plus Heart of Kieran. And we did draw the land as well. But it's still fine. Still pretty good play overall, all things considered. I'm want to see how much I should attack here. Should I just attack all out? I mean, 8 damage, he gets to gain 2, but he can't block, so I think I'm just going to attack all out here. I could leave 1 back, but it is still more damage this way. And our life total is still healthy. We have this Shafet Dunes as well, which would kill him if he got too aggressive here. Would it, actually? He's on 11 life, we'd be attacking for 10, actually. Of course it wouldn't be enough to kill him, just because I said that. Well, Benlish Marshal should do the job here. Because we can crew a Heart of Kieran, and then he needs a removal spell. We'll tap you. Everything has Vigilance now, we did manage to hit that Ascend. So... Now he just can't attack or block, he's probably in chump block mode here. Like I said, Hexproof Knights versus a monocolored deck. And most decks only use removal in one color, like... Even versus, say... Okay, bit rude. Even say versus like blue-white control, all their removals in white, and versus blue-black control, all their removals in black. So it's like you basically do have hexproof on a 2-mana creature here, which is pretty powerful. I think he's just attacking for the crack here, so that's why I'm blocking, just to show dominance. Yeah. Not getting any free damage versus me, Sunshine. But yeah, you kind of saw the power of the hexproof side of them knights right there. And we get our glorious history lesson. I'm taking everyone through the pantheon of school right now. But yeah, I do think knights is... I'm not sure if it's well positioned, but it's a pretty nice deck. It does struggle versus control though. Often if a control deck just goes counterspell, 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 Teferi, I'm out of that button before the Teferi. I'm out of that game before the Teferi resolves. Let me just make that clear. Again, this hand's pretty awkward. I swear to God, I am tilted more towards white, by the way, like significantly. You saw my mana base, so I don't know why I'm struggling to to even cast double white spells, let alone triple white. Okay, Sacred Cat. That could be the token deck, which means I might want to keep this cast out. It's tough because I do want to hit my double white source, and I'm going to be playing this knight next to it. I think I have to cycle. We'll see if it costs me, but I think getting double white is more important. Sooner anyway. Fortunately, we didn't hit it there. Still have one more turn to hit our second white source. And I guess versus a white deck, again, these Knight of Malices might be pretty nice versus them Seal Aways or Cast Outs. I'm cursed. I'm cursed. I am cursed. I'm not lying when I say I run like it's like 16 white sources, 9 black or something. So I don't know. I made that up off the top of my head to make me look more to support my point. But he did just jump there, which is always a nice thing. Probably means he does have this United possession. I'm gonna get really punished here. Oh, we can attack through that. Luckily, Sigiled Sword is pretty good here. I might just cast it over the IL. In fact, I am going to cast it over the IL. Like I said, sword that is hexproof against my opponent's colors is is a pretty potent combination, to put it lightly. My opponent's just jumping every day, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Like even if they United possession here, I get to equip sword, and then their 4/4 tokens or whatever can't attack through. And I have a vigilance first striker and attacks and defense. Oh. I guess my sword's only a 1-off, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Now we will play RL. And because he played a white enchantment, these things will now permanently be 3/2s, which is always nice. Even if he doesn't play any creatures. That is a problem. That's second white. Can we kill this thing? 5 power, so we need like 3 more knights, so I think it's just History of Benalia time. History of Benalia plus Heart of Kieran. Just pass the turn back, unfortunately. Lyra is pretty good. I did have a cast out, keep that in mind. I did choose to cycle that cast out. So if I lose to this Lyra single-handedly, you could say it was my fault, but I stand by trying to hit triple white. And I think we can beat this Lyra, assuming my opponent's draw isn't too disgusting, because we'll be able to generate a million knights here and then just tap IL to kill it. Because we'll get an extra knight next turn, that will give us 4. We'll play the Benelish Marshal, and then we can tap IL and all our knights to kill this Lyra. So, oh no! Actually, that's fine. That's actually fine. No, it's not fine, because we can't even kill it this turn because, yeah. Okay, I concede we might be in trouble here. And he's gonna do that as well. It's so rude, our opponents today. Okay. My turn. Valiant Knight is very tempting here. Because if I play Valiant Knight and then I can just first strike, and then everything will have double strike and it'll be like 5 power, that's gotta be right. We can Valiant Knight and then we can even tap to kill the Shalai. So I think that's probably right. We can even attack with the IL if we're feeling greedy. Because we'll be tapping all our creatures anyway. So we could attack with everything. And then we could... I might need full control for this. Okay, so we attack with everything, and then before blocks, we can then tap all our knights to kill the IL, because tap X, untap knights. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can actually kill the Lyra this turn. I don't know why I thought I couldn't, but I think I'm going to just kill Shalai and then attack for 1,000,000. So... Oh no, these don't have vigilance, that's why I can't do that. So I can attack with you and you. Yeah. And now I can do it. I can't kill Lyra anyway because of hexproof. So I need to do that for 4. Target creature with power X or less. Tap, 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 tap. Pay black. Tap. Okay, I don't know what I did there, so I'm going to go back. Okay. Tap X. Select an F value for X, 4. Target creature with power X or less, yes. Submit. Pay black, yes. Tap X, colored knights. Okay, now we'll turn off full control mode and just click resolve. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Not used to the full controlled interface at the minute. But we managed to do it. We did manage, unfortunately, to use our timeout there, but we still have 1 in reserve. And then next turn we can just go nuts. We can, even if we want to, we could just kill Lyra, but I'm probably just going to activate Double Strike and attack our opponent for 1 billion. And then Lyra can't block because Double Strike is the same thing as First Strike, and then yeah, I mean we get blown up by a Settle the Wreckage, but I'm happy to get out maneuvered like that. I hope our opponent lets us do it because I want to know how much damage this is. It's like at least 60 damage, I think. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to be crewing Heart this turn anyway, so I'm just going to pass permanently. Yeah, I don't think this is enough to save my opponent. 20 life, 25 life, but we get to go infinite here, essentially. We have enough white sources, yes, and that does cost all our mana, so yeah, I'm just going to activate this. I don't even care if this is right or not, I think it's funny. 10, 14, 12, 12, 10, 10. This has to be lethal, even through all his blockers. And he's chumping with Lyra, which is never a good sign. Oh god. Round 2. Yeah, okay, that was more than lethal. That was 3 blockers, including 5 points of first strike lifelink. So yeah. Oh god. That was stressful, but it was fun. Isn't that what life's about? So close to getting these prizes. We'll play one more. Go on, guys. I never upload, so I might as well play one more. It'll be our little secret. Magical RGM is our opponent, and yeah. So like you can see, Knights is pretty powerful. Lyra is obviously a threat, but I couldn't have cast down Lyra, so it was really just that cast out, and I chose to cycle it, and it did end up working out. Yeah, but we did mulligan a couple times this game as well. We have been very unfortunate with our white sources, I will say that. Trust me, this deck does draw a lot better than I am leading. Like, this is kind of your average double white, 1 black is kind of what you're after. Kind of a mulligan to 6 because double RL, but most of the time they kill the first one anyway, and if they don't kill the first one, you're not worried about having a second one in hand because you'll always have stuff to do. Hopefully we're playing some sort of black opponent because there's Knight Grace. Hey, speak of the devil. Ooh, there could be a mirror match. Ah, he's gonna take my Radiant Destiny. It's actually, these kind of effects like this and Duress is kind of very bad versus this deck because most of the time we actually don't have something for them to grab, but our opponent got fortunate that they did find one of the very few targets in this deck. He must be playing pirates? What is he playing? Human. Black-white human's interesting. Can't say I've ever seen that one before. Guess I'm racing. He knows my hand, so I'll be able to sculpt his hand appropriately. Taking our turn 3 off is pretty unfortunate. I would have liked even just anything to do, like even a Heart of Kieran or something would have been nice. Oh, he's got his own Knight Grace. Cast down is nice, but I think it's right to just RL. This is tough. I might just RL and then next turn I could go cast down on his Kite Sail, get back my Radiant Destiny. But I mean, he has to be running a removal spell. We are taking a lot of damage as well, and we can't block that Knight if we just tap out for an RL. It's tough. I know it's my go, opponent. If I didn't have emotes, if we had a normal chat like any other game, but Wizards hate chat. They decided they don't want chat, by the way. Very disappointed in that decision. Okay. I could play any single card in my hand here and it would be a very reasonable play, but it's deciding what's the best. I'm thinking I'm gonna go for... He knows I have IL. I think I'm just gonna IL. I think it might just be right. And then, do I attack? I mean, I think I'm not the beatdown this game, so I'm not going to attack. I think I can trade my knight for his knight, unless he plays a second lord here. I don't think I'm the beatdown. I think my opponent is that with the Radiant Destiny, and I've got a removal spell in hand. Okay. Okay, well, no blocks here, unfortunately. So I'm going to probably cast down plus Radiant Destiny unless we draw a better 3-drop here. Okay, well that kind of works. I'm going to still cast down here on the flyer, because that's harder for me to deal with. Am I Radiant Destiny? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're not close to that yet. I think I'm going to try and race here, to be honest. So I'm going to Knight a Malice, because I can attack him for 7. He's on 10 now, and now he has to either sit on defense or trigger Ascend, and he's miles off Ascend. So we're probably just going to force a trade at some point here anyway, with one of our knights. Hostage taker's annoying here. That gets my IL. Wow, I'm still not blocking here. I don't think, no. Knight of Grace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can Knight of Grace. I mean, he's going to cast my Arya. I don't think I can force him to jump. I could Radiant Destiny plus Knight of Grace, then attack, then use my Knight of Grace to jump his Knight of Grace. Well, no, because then if he doesn't block, he just kills me. I can't even attack anyway. He has a 4/5. Jesus, Hostage Taker with 2 Radiant Destinies is terrifying. I'm so used to that being a 2/3. It might just be a Valiant Knight turn then, to be honest. I think I have to play a Lord, so I guess in that case, if I'm playing a Lord, I might as well play Radiant Destiny plus Knight of Grace. Just be more mana efficient. No attacks, unfortunately, and he's going to get my Ariel, which he can activate. Is Ariel a human? It is. Holy shit. That's going to be like a 6/6. If he takes his entire turn off to cast that, though, I might be able to maneuver something out of this game, though. He did take his entire turn. Unfortunately, as another player, though, that's problematic. Deadeye Tracker, okay. Well, it's time to force some trades. That's a bad attack, by the way, by my opponent, because I can just do this. Because that thing doesn't have first strike. So that is an oops moment if I've ever seen one. Just threw away his hostage taker for no reason. Yep. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to cost him. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't force the lethal here, and I can't attack through that thing yet. So I think I go Valiant Knight this turn. No attacks. He can start making knights, but if his hand's dead, I think I might be able to punch my way through this. Because next turn I gotta go Benlish Marshal, and then I'll have Vigilance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'll have Vigilance. Hostage Taker again, that's unfortunate. He still can't attack though. Yeah, he can attack with this. No, he can't attack. But I can't attack either, unfortunately. So he's gonna get my Valiant Knight as well. Heart Kieran's a nice draw though. Should probably cast this first. Okay, so we have the City's Blessing, but we don't have an attack. Next turn we can start clocking him in the air with this Heart of Kieran, which is a 2-turn clock. And we do have a nice defense here with our double knights with 5/4 power. He can't even target any of them with IL because of IL being both white and black. So we don't have to worry about that. We just have to worry about him going wide here. We are only on 3 life. Okay, that's a flying attacker, which is lethal, so now things get awkward here. I think I do need another draw here. He chose to cast that over the Valiant Knight, which means, oh god. We need a top deck. It's pretty simple. cast out. Is that the top deck we need? If I cast out the hostage taker, I get my Valiant Knight back. Then I'll be attacking for 6, 12, 18, which means he has to block 1, which is not enough. If I attack the flyer... Okay. If I kill one of his flyers here, he'll have 4 attackers. And we'll have, if we crew our heart to attack, say, then we'll have 2 blockers, which isn't enough. Are we just dead even if we just cast out here and not even attack? Because then you have 4 attackers and we only have 3 blockers. Yep. So I think we're hoping for him here to miss that fact. I think we're dead because he played double spell. And we're only killing 1 here. So I think basically we are... If we cast out his kite sail, he has 4 attackers, 1 in the air, but we only have 3 blockers still. So we have to hope for him to misplay, unfortunately. I think it's our only option though. Oh, we could kite sail his... No, I was going to say we could kite sail his Radiant Destiny maybe, and that would give him 2 power flyers in the air, which means 2 creatures would have to connect. But then we still only have 3 blockers and he has 5 attackers. So either way, it's not going to be enough here. I don't think. So I think... No, we get his... No, even if we get his hostage taker, we'll get a creature back. But then he still has the lethal in the air. There's so many options here. I definitely feel like there's a way I could win this. I think hostage taker. And then hope he just doesn't attack in the air. Or we can maybe start... We have Radiant Destiny. Oh no, pass through my turn, no! No, please. Oh, I think if we attack there, we win actually. Yes, because he has to chump. Well, no, he just has to chump 1 creature, I think. I don't know. Could we have won? Okay, I'm going to work this one out here. I don't mind if I annoy my opponent because he's been spamming emotes. But, okay. So if we'd attacked, we would have attacked with 3 creatures. He would have had to have chumped 1. And he would just, yeah, we won't get through anyway. Just be able to keep his flyer. So yeah, I think we couldn't have won. No, we couldn't have. It was a close game though, really close. I think we were 1 turn off winning that. The double flyer really killed us there. So close yet so far. There were so many choices on that cast out. I just couldn't do it in time, and then passed through my attack. But c'est la vie. No, because then I could have crewed my Heart of Kieran. Okay, if I'd used my Valiant Knight to crew my Heart of Kieran, that would have been another 5 damage. So I think I could have won that if I'd... Yeah, I think that would have been it. Just didn't have the time. Didn't have the time, was too busy figuring out. Yeah, because then he would have had to have blocked... I would have had 4 creatures attacking with a minimum of 5 power. He was on 10 life. He would have had to block 2, and then he wouldn't have had enough to kill me on the backswing, I think. No... But then I wouldn't have... I don't know. Maybe he managed to just jump enough and then kill me because I don't have enough blockers. No, I have Vigilance, yeah. That definitely cost me. That definitely cost me. It's hard to memorize the board state when you don't have it in front of you, but I think I won that game if I'd had enough time to attack there. Which is a shame, but you know, I was too busy figuring everything out there. It was very complicated board state. There was a lot of stuff going on. You know, you can't win them all. That's what I say. You can't win them all. And on that bombshell, I will say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.